into Syria's fragile recovery after the ousting of its long-time ruler Bashar al-Assad. First time the Syrian authorities will be represented by the interim Foreign Minister Assad al-Shibani. Western and regional powers are desperate to steer Syria's stability after 14 years of civil war that have sent millions of refugees over its borders. But the violence, this Assad was toppled in December, has renewed authority an additional 300 aids. Back to Africa, and Kenya and the International Monetary Fund will negotiate a new lending programme after both sides scrapped a planned 9th review of the current $3.6 billion facility. The move comes as Kenya struggles in costs following years of heavy borrowing. Chief Hymanot Tefera confirmed reporters that the Kenyan government formally requested a new programme. The existing facility, which began in 2021, expires next month, but faces setbacks and a dispute over UAE loans. Finance Minister John Mbadi has signalled plans for new financing by last received $3.12 billion from the IMF, with debt to GDP at 65.7%, which was far above the 55% sustainability threshold. Kenya is now seeking new funding and to ease financial pressure. The country's economic future hinges on securing fresh IMF support. Moving on, and dozens of Filipino human rights activists marched near the presidential palace in Manila on Monday to urge the Philippine government to rejoin the International Criminal Court following former President Rodrigo Duterte's trial in The Hague. The member of the ICC from 2011 until 2019, when it officially withdrew its membership. Under the court's founding 1998 Rome Statute, even if a state withdraws as a member, it retains jurisdiction over crimes within its jurisdiction committed during the membership period. On March the 14th, Duterte made his first appearance via video link before the ICC drugs during his term as president. Philip to 2022 is set to be the first Asian former head of state to go on trial at the ICC, a court of last resort created more than to prosecute individuals for war crimes, crimes against humanity, aggression and genocide. Let's take a look at what the activists at the protest had to say.
Rejoining the ICC is the logical step forward after delivering Duterte to the ICC. If the Marcos government is serious in pursuing justice and accountability,
kailangan natin ang ICC para doon sa pagpapatuloy na ipaglaban kay at yung malawakang pagpatay.
Bangladesh is carefully balancing its relationships with China and India as both regional powers compete for influence, according to experts. China has made significant investments in Bangladesh, particularly through its funding infrastructure projects like ports, bridges and power plants. However, there are growing concerns that such investments could increase Bangladesh's debt dependency on China. Meanwhile, India continues to leverage its long-standing cultural and economic ties, focusing on trade and connectivity projects to maintain influence. Bangladesh's leadership is striving to maintain a neutral stance, seeking economic benefits from both countries without compromising its sovereignty. Officials have emphasised a foreign policy that prioritises national interests, aiming to build partnerships drawn into geopolitical rivalries. Canada's new Prime Minister Mark Carney is on his first international trip. He arrived in Paris this morning. Carney will meet French President Emmanuel Macron to discuss key issues. The Prime Minister is also set to visit London in Iqaluit, the capital of Nunavut, this week. His trip is aimed at strengthening Canada's ties with key allies. He will also reaffirm Canada's commitment to Arctic security. Carney was sworn in as Prime Minister just days ago on March the 14th. Peru have announced a state of emergency in the capital city of Lima over a wave of killings linked to extortions. Extortion is a problem across Latin America, according to experts. However, it has taken on an alarming proportions in Peru. 400 murders have been reported since January linked to extortions. The strict actions hit the capital after singer Paul Flores was shot dead by hitmen. Paul was attacked in his bus alongside his bandmates as they left a concert outside Lima. A southern New South Wales community is in mourning after the desperate search for a missing 6-year-old girl ended in tragedy. Authorities launched a widespread search on Sunday afternoon after Airlie Montgomery, aged 6, was reported missing after she was last seen in North Nowra. However, in a tragic turn of events, a body was found in the Shoalhaven River beneath the Grotto Reserve walking track in North Nowra on Sunday afternoon. Police launched an appeal for public assistance to find the young girl, who was autistic and non-verbal, saying they held serious concerns for her welfare given her age and medical conditions. Community members have shared their grief on social media, with some saying they felt traumatised by the tragic event. That is all we have time for, but we will continue to bring you more of the latest international news very soon.